Hey, good evening. Welcome to Modern Age Farms. This is our aquaponics update. I know we haven't made a video in a while regarding aquaponics, but we've been fairly busy, so here we are. Hopefully we get some videos out more often from now. Last time we did the update, this was our system that we were running. Um, Basically what happened is we had some plumbing issues, and if you look inside the tank, a lot of the water drained out of the tank. So seeing that we were having that issue happening, because that was the second time it happened, obviously all our nutrients would have been lost again. So, and we were getting fairly good results here, but we decided, okay, let's scale it back and let's really try to get some more positive results with the aquaponics. So we figured on a smaller scale we would be able to more readily manage it. So we've moved from this system. I mean, if you can see, some of the water was left in the troughs and some of the plants are still growing. That is how much nutrients were in that water. Another thing, we've left some fish in here. We transferred some. We've left some fish in here, and we realized that the fish were actually breeding. So I guess we'll leave this and let this be our breeding pond for now, to supply us with more fish for any other systems that we do later on. So now we'll go over to the smaller system that we've done. As I said, we transferred over a few of the fish, but not all. And here we are at our new aquaponics system. What we have is a Tupperware container and a planter. In this system, unlike the DWC system that we had previously, this is known as an ebb and flow or flood and drain system. We have a media filled bed, and in here you can remember we had cups. We were using cups of hydrogen, but now the whole bed is full of hydrogen. So water is being pumped up from our fish tank, which we're using the tote, the Tupperware tote here as our fish tank. And if you look inside, you might be able to see some of the fish, but I doubt. Probably not. Another thing we added were these air stones. That's to produce some oxygen for the roots of the plants and also for the fish. Come on, boys, come on, behave. So, explaining the system more in the planter here, you'll see it's full of hydrogen. And once again, it's a flood and drain, so we have our water coming in here from the fish tank. It's going into the tank, into the planter, and if you look in here, this is our siphon. So this is what makes the whole system work. When the water gets to a certain level inside the planter, what happens is, because of this forms a siphon which sucks all the water back down into the fish tank. So right now it's set up to flood and drain every about 10 minutes. So every 10 minutes the planter floods and then drains back to the fish tank to keep the roots wet at all times. Well, not at all times, to keep that supply of nutrients coming from the fish tank. Inside here you can see some plants that we have started. Everything was actually direct seeded into here on Sunday, and today is Wednesday. So that's 1, 2, 3 or 4 days growth that you can see here. As I said, let's pop the seeds right in here And as you can see, we have some okras. So we planted some okras here. Planted some beets coming down here. So this whole side has beets, but you can only see 3 have popped up so far. At the back here we have some beans, and for the beans I just sprinkled them onto the top because it was an old set of beans that we had, so I wasn't sure about the germination rate of them. So I just sprinkled a healthy serving up there to see what would germinate, and so far a lot of them down here are starting to actually germinate. And the back here are 2 watermelon seeds. So some watermelons in the back. When they start to grow, we just loop them over here, probably trellis them down the back. So as you can see, in 3-4 days we've gotten some good growth. So we'll see how this goes. We'll monitor it more frequently, and hopefully, depending on how the trial goes, we would like to actually design our setup, because this is just a rough home setup that we did, but we actually have some designs for a system that we would like to take to market. So depending on how this goes, you might see some modern age farms DIY kits coming up very shortly. So that's pretty much it from Modern Age Farms. Later.